Okay guys, I'm super excited to do this unboxing. Been waiting for this package for quite a while, a few days, and I knew right when I got it, I wanted to do an unboxing. When I finally did receive it, uh, 20 minutes ago, I opened it really quick. I opened it that much, and before I thought, hey, I should turn the camera on, just shoot a quick video. So I crossed some of my contact information out, but that's DLT Trading Company, 2900 Cleveland Avenue, Marinette, Wisconsin. And this was a new company to me, but they sell a wide range of cutlery, mostly knives, high-end knives. And the reason I chose them is first, just from reading reviews and everything, I read they're a really good company to deal with. And also, based on where we live over here in Minnesota, this Marinette, Wisconsin was only a few hours away. So I thought, shipping and whatnot would be easier. As luck would have it, I just chose the USPS flat rate shipping or whatever, and even though we're pretty close in distance, it still took 4 days or something like that. It was kind of a hassle. Doing it again, I'd probably choose FedEx or UPS. I've just had better luck with them. But getting on to the unboxing, a pretty small box, about 14 by probably 4.5 by 4.5. 2 pounds, commercial shipping, priority mail, 3-day. Okay, so what do we have? Okay, what do we have? An invoice, which again I crossed my name out, but I don't know if you can see that. $220 for a knife. For me, that's on the higher end. And I don't know if you saw what it was exactly, but I'll throw it in the description. So this, I'm pretty sure I know what it is. Okay, this is the Kydex Sheath. I chose OD green. I just like that color. And I know a lot of you guys are just waiting for me to pull the piece of sharpened steel out, but that's Kydex Sheath. I don't have a lot of experience with Kydex, but I mean, it seems pretty durable. I know there's different thicknesses. I don't know the thickness of this. Has an included belt loop. They sell accessory pouches, which I might get later, that strap here and here. You can put tech locks. They sell horizontal carry straps, so you can carry it in the small of your back. Pretty robust, pretty slim, as you can see. Okay, I like that. It has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 grommets. And I don't think this is instructions. No, this is just the label. I believe this DLT Trading Company produces these Kydex sheaths in-house. But don't quote me on that, but just from what I've seen. It's Kydex Sheath. Now, get the box out of the way. This here. The packaging is really nice compared to other knives I've bought. A few layers of paper. Ooh, there it is. I like this box. Very colorful, and that's the product. it says Alpha Satin Green Canvas Micarta Ambush Knife CPM 3V. It says 309.95. That's not what I bought it for. I got it for drastically less than that. Okay, so real quick before I take this out, because I'm super excited to pull this out, but as far as I've gained in knowledge, this Ambush Knife Company, right now they only make one knife. And as far as I can tell, they're produced by Bark River Knives. I don't own any Bark River knives, but I plan to eventually. And this, I'm just going to consider Bark River. It's produced by them, and I actually think that it was designed by the owner of DLT Trading, the owner or one of the head people there. And I know they have a close connection with Bark River. Both companies are quite close in proximity. So I think he designed it, they built it, and then he designed and made the Kydex sheaths in-house. You can also choose leather sheaths. I just like Kydex, but whatever. So I thought this was the box, but this is like a sleeve, which I'm going to save. And simple white box. It's a lot lighter than I thought. Okay. Nice orange or yellow tissue paper. And down there, I don't know what this stuff's called. Some gift packing stuff, but it's boxed really nice. I'll put that off to the side. Okay, now, tissue paper. This would actually make an excellent, if you were to buy this and ship it to somebody for a gift, for like their birthday or something, to me it's kind of wrapped. Ooh. Lay that off to the side too. Ooh, I'm just enjoying this handle. This handle is nice. Let's take this off. Ooh. This is nice. Look at that. I might roll in some higher quality pictures, but ooh, that is nice. The handle is a polished green micarta. Very, very comfortable. If you can see how it kind of gets slightly bigger in the middle. For me, this handle's super comfortable in my opinion. But again, I don't have experience with like millions of knives, but I've used quite a few. The spine, I don't remember the thickness. It looks like right between 3/16 and a 1/4 inch. We can measure it quick. It won't be that exact, but yeah, it's actually about 3/16. Feels super nice. It's, in my opinion, kind of a medium-sized knife. It has a 5-inch blade. I guess we'll just go over dimensions real quick. It has a exactly 5-inch blade. It's 10.5 inches overall. Its handle is slightly over 5 inches, but the usable handle, just the micarta, is about 4.5 to 4 3/4. I have quite large hands. Okay. About 7.5, about 4 1/4, something like that. This handle is comfortable, very comfortable. But again, I don't have experience with like lots and lots of high-end knives. This is probably my highest priced or highest quality knife to date. Um, I've used Essie knives in the past, Moras, Gerbers, Benchmades, but I'm going to throw up a follow-up video probably in the next week or so, field testing this knife, batoning, just using it to do knife tasks. But my first impression or whatever is I think this is going to be my new main knife. It could just be new buyer excitement or whatever you want to call it, but this thing is a test of, because when it comes to knives, when it comes to say fixed blade knives for bushcrafting or survival or camping, hiking, whatever, the blade length is important, the blade steel is important, the sheath is important, and one thing a lot of people leave out is the handle. I don't care if it has a good sheath, which I'll just sheath it for the first time on camera. Nice positive click. There's a little bit of rattle, and again, this is just an honest opinion. I'm not sugarcoating it. Little bit of rattle. It's not a big deal. But not coming out of there. It's a little bit loose, but compared to say my SC6, a lot more. And this, I don't even want to jiggle it that hard because I know it'll pop out because it has in the past. But back to what I was saying. The sheath, at least to me, the sheath's important. It has to have a good sheath. It has to have a good blade steel. I like 01, A2, 1095. This is my first, the steel on this is CPM 3V. I don't have all the stats, I might roll them in, but from reading online and everything, this is a pretty, I think they call it a super steel. I still don't understand why some steels are super steels and some aren't and everything. But it has superior toughness or edge retention. It has a little bit of chromium in it, which makes it slightly stain resistant. It's nowhere near stainless. It has about 4% chromium. In comparison, a lot of stainless steels, common stainless steels, have between 13 and 16%. So it has drastically less than a stainless steel. D2 tool steel, as some people consider mildly stainless, on the verge of being stainless, has about 12% chromium. Like 1095 has 0, 01 has 0 or maybe a small percent, like 0.5%, and A2 has like 2 to 3, maybe 2.5% chromium. And that's just, I'm rolling numbers off my head based on memory. But like, I might roll in the vanadium and all the other alloys and stuff that are in the steel. But from reading stuff online, and sometimes you just kind of have to use it instead of just reading stuff online. But based on testimonials and reviews and stuff I've heard on the steel, knives with the steel and whatnot, it's an awesome steel, and I'm excited to try it out. I think this knife's closest competitor is the Survive knives 5.0 or 5.1, and that kind of line of knives. They have the Survive knives 3, 4, 5, 5.1, 4.1, 3.1, 10 or 10.1, something like that. And they're, I don't know, I guess always coming out with more. The problem I had with those, I would have picked one of those up. But first of all, I couldn't find them in stock anywhere. I think they are like custom or semi-custom, and they're not really mass-produced. Second of all, I got a hell of a deal on this knife. If you saw on the invoice, it was, I want to say before shipping, which was, I don't know, $10 or something, it was a hair over $200. For $200, and again, I don't want to like say this is an excellent knife. I haven't used it, but for 200 bucks, like if you compare this to say an SE5, an SE5 has about this blade length. The SE5 has 1095 steel. There's nothing wrong with that. This has CPM 3V steel. It comes with an excellent Kydex sheath, or you can get leather. The handle, compared to SE's, I'm just being honest here, is a lot more comfortable. It's polished, smooth, contoured. I like this feature. It's kind of serrated or whatever. It has a lanyard. Kind of like some of the SEs have that. And I mean, just overall, the feel of it is just outstanding. But again, that might be personal preference. It might just be, I'm saying that just because I just got it. You know, in the future I might say, yeah, this handle is better than this one and whatnot. Getting back to something that I kind of jumped around earlier in the video. To get a perfect knife, which I don't think there's a perfect knife, but let's talk about a bushcraft survival knife. You know, some people say between a 4 and a 6-inch blade, and the spine thickness between an 1/8 and a 3/16 or whatever, and the steel has to be these certain steels, like a high grade steel. The sheath has to be quality, and it has to be full tang and all this stuff, all these like rules that if your knife doesn't have these, it's not a survival knife or a bushcraft or whatever knife. One thing people leave out, well, not all people, a lot of people leave out, is the handle. Okay? To me, I think the sheath maybe makes up 20% because you can always get aftermarket sheaths, but it's nice if it comes with a quality sheath. But I think both the blade and the handle are equally important. And a test I run on knives, any knife, well, especially fixed blade, is I squeeze this with a death grip for 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Okay? I'm squeezing really hard right now. And I don't know if you can see that. I should have used my other hand, but there's no hot spots, as people call them. There's like a little bit there and there, okay? For comparison, let's take the Essie knife, which everybody loves. The blade is good, whatever, it's pretty good value knife. But my problem is, okay, see how flat that is? Squeeze it. I'm squeezing it the same as before. Instantly, my whole hand feels like if I continue to do this, I'll get calluses and blisters and whatnot. Okay. You might not be able to see that on camera, but here, not so much here, but mostly like right here, and a little bit right here is like red and kind of tender. That's a no-go in my opinion. Doesn't matter if the blade steel and the blade length and everything else is perfect. If you wreck your hands using the knife, it's stupid. Here's another one. This is the Benchmade Rant. Okay? Same thing. This one's even worse. Okay? It looks like a functional blade. Has a exactly 4-inch blade, 440C steel, designed by Mel Perdue, made by Benchmade. Full tang. Okay? This is even worse. If you can see, oh, you might not be able to see. Here, right here, even up here is just all tender. It kind of feels, and I was just holding it for a few seconds. If you were holding this for 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, carving something or just using it, your hand is not going to be happy with you afterwards. So that's one reason I don't like this knife. The blade, everything else is excellent, even the sheath, but the handle sucks. Surprisingly, this Bear Grylls, and some of this is personal preference, and it's kind of annoying because you really have to get them in hand, but this is the Bear Grylls Ultimate Survival Knife or something like that. And surprisingly, This handle is more comfortable than the Essie, in my opinion. It's not as comfortable as this new ambush knife, but there's a little bit right here, and right here. There's like a little bit, but to me it's more comfortable than the Essie. And while I have this out, they are roughly about the same size. Okay, so if you have the Bear Grylls Ultimate Fixed Blade Survival Knife thingamajig, pretty close in size. The SE6 is a knife I like, and those compared, like handle to handle, look something like that. Okay. So I might do a part 2 to this. This was like an unboxing slash initial review or whatever. Might do a second part to this, because this one is running long, but this handle is awesome. The blade length, to me, is perfect. 5 inches. I don't know why knife makers don't make more 5-inch blades. Personally, for me, I think a 5-inch fixed blade knife is the sweet spot. Anything, to me at least, anything longer than 5 inches starts to get cumbersome. This is a 5 3/4 inch, plus the choil makes this part here to the handle about 6.5 inches. Carving and whatnot, it just feels cumbersome. Just Mora knife, to me, which I'll do it. Quick comparison. It's a lot beefier, as you can tell, than a Mora. The Mora with the 4-inch blade, to me, is more of a delicate knife, but it's a little too short as an all-around knife. And this is just personal opinion and stuff I've just kind of figured out over time. But maybe to other knife makers out there, start designing some 5-inch blades. I'm not saying there's none out there. There's quite a lot, but a 5-inch simple bushcraft style knife. 4-inch to me is a little short. Anything over, say, 5.5 inches is a little too long. And different knives for different purposes. If you want it for chopping and whatnot, yeah, longer blade, but you're going to lose some of that delicate and finesse that a kind of utility all-around knife should have. Anything shorter than 5 inches, if you want a baton, you lose some capacity. But I think 5-inch is a nearly perfect blade length. Now, why did I buy this knife? Well, I wanted to test Bark River knives out, and the other knife I was looking at was the Bravo 1.25, and it's pretty much the same as this Bark River Bravo 1.25. It has a 5-inch blade, about the same overall length, same handle, everything. But few reasons. Number one, they didn't have the exact one that I wanted in stock, and the other thing is you were required to buy a leather sheath and then an aftermarket Kydex sheath. So when it's all said and done, you were looking at about $260. This one, you can choose Kydex right off the line. You can totally forego leather. I'm not against leather. I have knives with leather sheaths and I like those, but I wanted some more Kydex offering. So that right there, you save some money. And to me, I like the design of this one more. The other thing is the Bark River has a full convex edge, and it has like about a 1/4 inch thick blade.